Hello and welcome kids once again to your maths classes of grade 5th. In this portion of the video, we are going to learn how to solve the word problems in maths. So this is based on your chapter 2 of your maths course book, that is 4 fundamental operations. Already previous videos of this lesson I have already uploaded on YouTube, and I would request you that to follow the videos part wise. And soon the complete chapter as PDF I will upload on Snapwork also. So in today's class, the word problems which we are going to learn how to solve them is based on the first two properties, that is addition and subtraction, which we have studied. So let's quickly recall the properties about addition and subtraction, that when we add 0 to or subtract 0 from any number, the result is the number itself. With this example, you can see if 0 is being added to any number, any large number, the result is the number itself. And if 0 is subtracted from any large number or from any small number, the result is the number itself. Next property is when we add 1 to a number, we get the successor, and when we subtract 1 from a number, we get the predecessor of that number. Okay, so as you can see with the example, that when 1 is being added to this large number, this number get converted into the successor of this number. This number becomes 58,960, and that is the successor of this number when we have added 1 to this number. Similarly, when we have subtracted 1 from this very number, the digit which we have got, that is the predecessor of this particular number. Okay, and the third property of addition and subtraction was that we can write addends. These two are called addends. The digits, the large numbers which are being added to each other, those are called addends. We can write addends in any order, while the order of numbers is very important in subtraction. Yes, the addends, it could be written in any of the order while doing addition sums. Either you can write this particular addend at first and then write this addend, even the result will be same. Or either you can write this addend first and then add this addend to this one. No change in the result will be. Okay. But in case of subtraction, we have to keep in our mind that only the smaller number could be subtracted from the larger number. Now moving on to the exercise 2A, some of the sums I have already given you as homework, and whatever homework I am giving you, that you have to solve in your previous year maths notebook of your class 4th maths notebook. Even some pages must be remaining, so you have to do the things over there only, along with the date, along with the topic or chapter number, and along with the questions. Now, as I have told you, today we will discuss the word problems. Okay, so let's see what is the first word problem. What is there to be done in case of word problems? Word problems means whatever statement type questions is given, that is known as word problems in maths. Okay, if there is any statement given and then you have to figure out, you have to find out what is to be calculated, what is to be solved, those type of questions are known as word problems. So in those type of questions, in those type of word problems, you have to figure out the meaning of the statements, meaning of the sentences, that what it is saying, what the statement is about, all about, and at last what it is asking us to find out, to calculate, to solve. Okay, so listen and understand the things carefully. And in maths, I'm telling you, or in any of the subject, in science also, you have to watch the videos part wise, because I have uploaded the videos of any single chapter in 1, 2 or 3 or even 4 parts. So it's not like that you will watch the part 4 first and watch part 1 later on, then you will understand. No, you have to watch the videos on both the platforms, either on YouTube or you are using Snapwork. there should be proper sequence. Okay, you have to watch the videos part wise. Suppose you are watching science video or maths video, chapter 1, then chapter 1 part 1, then chapter 1 part 2, then chapter 1 part 3. Like this you have to move on with the videos, then only you will be having a clear and better understanding of the things what is being explained to you. Okay, so I hope now you will do like this only, and those who are doing like this only, very good, keep it up. Okay, moving back to the question. Let us see what this question is saying. What will be the difference of the largest 6-digit number and the smallest 4-digit number? Now you need to understand what is the meaning of difference. What is the meaning of difference over here? The meaning of difference over here in this question is subtraction. It is subtraction. Okay. We have to find out what is the difference. What is the, for example, if I tell you what is the difference between 6 and 4? What is the difference between 4 and 6? So yes, difference is 2. How do we know the difference is 2? Because we have subtracted 4 from 6 and the result is 2. So the difference between these two numbers, that is 4 and 6, is of 2. So in the similar way, this question, this statement is asking that we have to find out the difference of the largest 6-digit number. Now tell me, what is largest 6-digit number? Now if you have watched my video of the first chapter, in which the chapter was based on large numbers, then you could know what is largest 6-digit number. So it is asking us, we are doing the solution of question 2. Okay. Largest 6-digit number. So first we have to write, the first step is largest 6-digit number. Number could be written in short form, NO dot. Largest 6-digit number is 6 times 9. So this is the largest 6-digit number. Then again we will go to the question. What is the difference? What will be the difference of the largest 6-digit number and the smallest 4-digit number? Now what is the smallest 4-digit number? Smallest 4-digit number. Smallest 4-digit number is this 1000, and we have to find out the difference. Okay. So in word problems, in these type of questions, you need to figure out, you need to understand what is being given in the statement, what is given to you, and what you have to calculate, what you have to solve. So like this, in this question it was asking what will be the difference of the largest 6-digit number and the smallest 4-digit number. So as the question has told me, instructed me, I have written in the same way, largest 6-digit number and smallest 4-digit number. Now I have to calculate what is the difference between these two numbers. What will be the difference? Then I have to do the subtraction. So I have put subtraction sign, this minus, and now I will subtract. 9 minus 0, 9. 9 minus 0, again 9. 9 minus 0, again 9. 9 minus 1, it will give us 8. This 9, nothing is there, that means 0. So 9, again nothing is there, so 9. So this is our result. This will be our answer. So this is the required difference between this and this number. Okay. So this was the part which was asking you to solve. This was the thing to be calculated. So we will write over here. Difference is this. I hope this question is clear to you now. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to the question number 3. I will solve 2 more questions for you, and rest of the questions I will upload as PDF and you are going to solve it by yourself. Okay? That's the way you will learn how to solve the things. Now it is asking calculate the sum of the largest 5-digit number, the largest 3-digit number and the smallest 4-digit number. Oh, in this question it is already given the sum. Sum means total amount. How we calculate the total? Do you remember this story of Neha and her father? When father asked Neha to calculate the total amount of the refrigerator, of the oven and the washing machine, then what Neha did? She had just calculated each of the individual prices, she calculated together, and likewise she find out the total. So in the same way we have to do over here. We have to find out, we have to calculate the sum of the largest 5-digit number. So what will be the step? First, largest 5-digit number. Largest 5-digit number. Again, it is 5 times 9. Okay. Any largest number it is asking, whether it is largest 6-digit, largest 5-digit, largest 7-digit, that will be that much times 9. Okay. It is asking largest 5-digit, so 5 times 9 we will write. Then it is asking the largest 3-digit number. So again I will write largest 3-digit number. So largest 3-digit number is 3 times 9. Again we will see the question what it is asking. And the smallest 4-digit number. And again we have to write smallest 4-digit number. In the previous question also we have written a smallest 4-digit number, that was 1000. Okay. Now we have to do what? We have to find out the sum. Sum means we have to place plus sign over here. Okay. That's the only way to take out the sum. Okay. So likewise I have written largest 5-digit number, largest 3-digit number, smallest. Whatever is being given in the word problem, whatever information, whatever clues, whatever things are mentioned in the word problem, that we need to write stepwise. And at last, whatever it is asking us to do, that sign I have put. And likewise now I will calculate, I will do the addition. So 9 plus 9 plus 0, 9 plus 9, 18, 18 plus 0, it will give us 18. So 8 written over here, 1 get carried over here. So 9 plus 1, 10, 10 plus 9, 19, and 19 plus 0, 19 again. So 9 written over here, 1 get carried over here. We write carried over like this in a circle to the next place. Okay. So again 9 plus 1, 10, 10 plus 9, 19. Again 9 written over here, 1 get carried over here. So 9 plus 1, 10. 10, nothing is here. That means 0. 10 plus 0, 10. Now here it is 1. So 10 plus 1, 11. So 1 written over here. 1 get carried over here. You have to show this carry over. Okay. Now 9 plus 1, 10. So we will write 10. Okay. So after finding out the sum, after calculating the sum of largest 5-digit number, largest 3-digit number and smallest 4-digit number, this result, this is the sum. Sum is equal to 1,01,998. Okay. So like this, I have solved 2 word problems for you and one more as I have told you that I will solve. So let's see question number 4. First read the question carefully 1 or 2 times. Then only you will be able to get a hint what the question, what the given statement is telling you to do, what's given over there and what's to be calculated. Okay. So see question number 4. Ramesh took a loan of rupees Ones, tens, 100, 1,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh. Yes, 23 lakh from a bank to buy a house. What is the story? That Ramesh is a boy. He has taken a loan of 23 lakh rupees from a bank to buy a house, to purchase a house. He paid rupees 2,75,000 from his pocket for the house. So accept this bank loan. This 2,75,000 also he has to pay from his own pocket. Okay. There are two amounts given. One, he has taken loan from the bank, that is 23 lakh rupees, and one he had paid from his own pocket for that house. For this house, he has, for this house, one amount is this, that is rupees 23 lakh, that he has taken as loan from the bank to buy a house. This is the house. And one amount is this, that is 2,75,000, that he has paid from his own pocket. So find out the cost of Ramesh's house. So in total, what is the cost of this house? In total, how much money Ramesh had to spend to purchase, to buy this particular house? That we have to find out. Did you understand? First, we have to understand the meaning of each and every line, because that is only the hint, that is only the clues, that is only the things given to us from which we will calculate, we will find out what it is asking to be done in the question. Okay, so moving on to question number 4. So Ramesh took a loan. So bank loan amount, it is rupees how much? This much amount he has taken as bank loan, and he paid rupees 2,75,000 from his pocket. So money paid from pocket. Money paid from his pocket, that's equal to rupees 2,75,000. So this way we have written both the things. Whatever it is given, it is mentioned in the question, in the word problem, that you have to first write down. Okay. So first it is mentioned over here that you have to take out a hint from the question itself, that he has taken a bank loan, of rupees 23 lakh from a bank, and then he had paid rupees 2,75,000 from his own pocket for the house. So find out the cost of the Ramesh house. Now we have to find out the total cost of this Ramesh house. Now how we will find out the total cost? Until and unless we will add this amounts, we cannot find out. So that's why I have put the plus sign over here, because we have to find out the total cost of this house. We have to find out the total cost of this particular house. So now we have to add it up. So 0 plus 0, it will give us 0. Again 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 5, 5. 0 plus 7, 7. 3 plus 2, 5. And 2 plus 2, 0, 2. So this is the total amount. So this is the total amount of Ramesh's house. You can write it separately also, that is 25,75,000 rupees. You have to mention here the unit, that this is the amount, this is rupees. Okay. So these word problems are also very simple. They are quite interesting to solve. Only thing is that you have to just figure out the meaning of the statement. You have to just find out what clues are given in the statement and what is it is asking to you to solve, to find out, to calculate. So 3 word problems I have solved for you, and I have also taught you the way the thought process need to be applied over here in these kind of word problems. and then to solve it finally. Okay, so just view this portion of the video for a few more seconds so that you could better understand it. This is for question number 2. What will be the difference of the largest 6-digit number and the smallest 4-digit number? And this question 3, it is for question 3, calculate the sum of the largest 5-digit number, the largest 3-digit number and the smallest 4-digit number. And this is for question 4, that Ramesh took a loan of this much amount, 23 lakh from a bank to buy a house, and he paid rupees 2,75,000 from his pocket. So find out the cost of Ramesh house. So to find out the total cost of Ramesh house, we have to add these two amounts, one bank loan amount and one the money he has paid from his pocket. Okay, so the total amount come up like this, 25,75,000. This is your answer. Now few more word problems are given over here. For example, in a school library, question number 5, in a school library there are 56,460 books in all. In the end of session, the library decided to donate 6,953 books to NGO. Find out the total number of books library has now. So what is the story? The story is that there was a library. The total number of books initially was this much, 56,460. Okay. Now in the starting, this was the total number of books. But at the end of the session, the library decided to donate. Donate means to give out, to give to someone else. Now they have given this much number of books to an NGO. Now this much number of books out of this is not present in the library. They have been separated from the library. They have been donated to someone. Are you understanding? Initially, this was the total number of books in the library. But now what happened? At the end of the session, the library decided to donate this much number of books to the NGO. Then find out the total number of books library has now. Here also you have to calculate the total number of books of the library. But now, presently, after giving this much number of books, now tell me what is the number of books left in the library. Are you understanding? Suppose you are having 6 mangoes and you have given 4 mangoes to your friend. Suppose you are having total 6 mangoes and you have given 4 mangoes to your friend. Now tell me total number of mangoes you are having. After giving 4 mangoes out of 6 mangoes to your friend, now tell me how many mangoes you are having. So how you are going to calculate? You will do minus, you will subtract 4 from the 6 and then you will find out, yes, 2. 2 mangoes now you are having. So in the similar way, with this question, thought process like this you have to apply, that initially this was the total number of books, but they have donated this much number of books. So now find out the total number of books in the library. So here to find out the total, you are not going to do addition. You have to subtract this number from this number. Okay. So rest of the questions you read by yourself and try to figure out, try to find out what the statement is saying and what you need to calculate. Okay. Very soon I'm going to upload this chapter, especially this exercise, this word problem exercise based on addition and subtraction on Snapwork also, so that you could do it properly. Okay. So that's all for today's video, this word problem session. Okay. I hope you would have liked it and understood it well. See you soon with next video. Till then, bye, take care and thank you for the class.